the semi-finals. Let's jump straight into this game between Maestro and West Ham Yago. The last update that we got, 2-0 to Yago. Let's see how this game is getting on. We're in the second leg, and it is still 2-0 Yago, but
about
Maestro...
to maybe see a goal as well. Wow, wow, wow. Last game of the day now, our last quarter-final. Who will be joining Lucas Rep in one of our PlayStation semi-finals and Championship Sunday tomorrow? Clearly, a first leg not to remember for Maestro. We join it in the second leg, currently 2-0 down. And there's a reason for that. Coach Bass is currently behind West Ham Yago. Obviously, coach with Team Bundle, coach of Ajax, Danny, you would have remembered him in the World Cup final last year. Maestro, though, I backed him to go the full way. He was one of my tournament picks because of what we saw in the Draft Story Cup. He was a player you did not want to face.
I mean, 3 of the 4 semi-finalists on PlayStation could be South American players. 2 Brazilian, an Argentine, and Crazy Clash from Italy.
That's a mistake, though. Neymar has to take this one for Maestro, and he will. And by that reaction, you probably thought Yago scored. He didn't. He just conceded, and he knows how disappointed he is.
Again, what is it, Brandon? What is it?
It's playing down the back. Stop
Mistakes at this level will cost you. You make a mistake in Weekend League, you might get off the hook.
What did your dad used to tell you on a Sunday when you're playing around the block?
In doubt, get it out. No hospital passes. You never pass across the back.
And you're probably thinking, Brandon, if you hit it long, you're going to lose possession anyway. Yes, I understand that, but it's a time and a place.
Where you're losing possession? Where you're losing it? 70 yards away from your goal. I used to play five-a-side, and there were a lad on my five-a-side team. If he didn't see a pass, and there weren't movement in front of him, do you know what he used to do?
Hoof.
Pass it out of play for a throw-in. No one's passing, no one's moping it up for me. The ball's not coming to any of you, and he just kick it out of play. And what did it do? Everyone started moving.
Everyone started moving because they wanted to give the possession away. But this is a really interesting game to get into now, especially as we've just joined it after conceding that goal for West Ham. Yago, congratulations to him, obviously, on that move to West Ham United. He's an Argentine that a lot of people were talking about last year. We saw him kind of burst onto the scene in December.
FUT Champions Cup 2, yep. A semi-final at the Gfinity Arena, FUT Champions Cup 2. He then had a great performance with Argentina at the FIFA Nations Cup, making the final.
And if anything, a lot of people were saying, is there another Argentine player? Is there another big player to play? Speaking of FIFA Nations Cup, Richard, you're looking at a winner right now.
Yeah, and they're matched in the final. Argentina versus France. These two actually did match in Swiss.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. We could have an equaliser. Pele, ball roll. Virgil van Dijk, right place, right time.
They did match in Swiss as well. And it was a victory for Maestro.
It's in round 4 as well, Richard. So one of the last rounds yesterday. Maestro picking up that win. Maestro then moved into the knockout today, in which he had to play against Sneaky. Again, back-to-back wins for him in the tournament because he had to play against Sneaky in the round 3 of Swiss. On the other side of that, Yago had to play against Villamor in that matchup, in which he won 4-1. So the Argentines look great. Speaking of Argentines, Nicholas, not so great in this tournament for Nicholas's standards. Chance for Yago, great save from Edwin van der Sar.
Too hot to handle for van der Sar as well. I didn't know if the rebound potentially, it could have bounced anywhere. But
just feel like Maestro's getting into gear 5, gear 6 now as he's starting to move forward. Fake shot, surely a goal. There it is. Maestro doing Maestro things.
Absolutely no reaction either from Maestro. Turn around to the coach. Handshake. Maestro is one of the most opportunistic FIFA players that I've seen ever play. He can be under the cosh, he can lose a game 2-0, but literally he needs half a chance. And he will snatch his way back into a game. We saw it earlier in the year at the Draft Story Cup perfectly. It was playing against Shori. Shori were defending exquisitely well. Maestro probably got
he made a chance
3
out of
chances.
Nothing, didn't he? Yeah.
Half chances, smashed them all into the back of the net. That right there, that little fake shot from Pele to open up the space, exquisite from Maestro.
Just like that. It's like we just blinked once and this game is all square at 2-2. See Vitality Maestro moved to the French esports organisation last year. Made an E-World Cup final, made the Final 4 as well, top 4. That's how he got obviously qualified for this FUT Champions Cup. Alongside that as well, so much success last year for his national team, for France. The FIFA E-Nations Cup win was big for him. E-Liga 1 champion as well on the PlayStation side. Obviously Dax winning the Xbox side as well. Those are the stars in France. When you look at FIFA esports and you look at characters in general in FIFA esports and those personalities, the Mbappe celebration from Maestro, he's just...
The Tifo in FIFA 20.
He's the standout player, you know, he's in that top 5 on PlayStation, those standout players that you look forward to watching at events.
Yeah, he's the guy, isn't he? He's the guy from France. Just like Mo, he's probably the guy, and Megabit from Germany. Dax and Maestro are the French guys. And right now, he's supporting all of those French fans back home.
Here's a chance for Yago. Can't get past Zambrotta though, unfortunately. It was R9 just caught in a tussle. With Zambrotta at the back there. So you're not writing off Yago yet. It was 2-0 up in this game. He needs to start playing leg one football, really, because leg one he was winning 2-0 and something must have been going very right for him.
If you are just joining us, Lucas Rep beat Dito 2-1. Now we're in our final quarter-final of the day.
Well, maybe not a free kick there on the edge of the box. Pele, like he was involved. Maybe a foul. Referee plays on. This will be the last chance of the half, though. It's going to fall to Yago. And it's well read by the Frenchman himself, Patrick Vieira, and that'll be half-time, Richard. We joined it at 2-0 down for Maestro from the first leg scoreline. It's half-time, and it is 2-2, all square. These last 45 minutes are going to be electric.
40% possession for Maestro and 2 goals. Literally, backing up exactly what I was saying. The ultimate opportunist, I should say. When the opportunities come for him, he takes them. He's very, very... When a chance comes, he doesn't let it go begging. He doesn't rue a game. He doesn't look back at the game and go, oh, these are the highlights. I should have scored that. I should have scored that. If you give him half a chance, he's scoring. Simple as that. He can sniff a goal.
You don't give him a sniff around the edge of the box because it could be a messy left foot finesse. It could be a time green finish. It could be anything in and around the box.
Could just have a little word about Yago's bench as well. Scream Roberto Firmino and also Informane on the bench for him.
Maybe players he used at home.
Yeah, probably. 2 quite unfamiliar additions there to the subs bench that we've seen throughout this tournament. But 45 minutes separated between going home disappointed on Saturday and getting a good rest Saturday night and coming back for Championship Sunday.
I think the important thing that we have to talk about as well after this attack will come in from Maestro is that there was a little bit of a wait for the PlayStation guys. Obviously, the Xbox guys did play first. So in the meantime, the PlayStation guys were probably analysing their opponents of who they'd be coming up against. Maybe a weekend league on the side.
I think a lot of them were playing weekend league in the players' lounge, the players' area.
I think one thing that we haven't really spoken about as well is having that extra tournament in your locker with the Draft Story Cup, playing different formations you're not used to playing with players and icons maybe you're not used to playing with as well. It has helped him just having that little bit of LAN experience from FIFA 20.
When we spoke to him at length at the Draft Story Cup, he kept on reiterating that he feels ready, he feels confident, he feels rested for the FIFA 20 season. FIFA 19 was an emotional roller coaster for him. Ups and downs, peaking at the grand final where he did get a top 4 finish and being the French champion, really, with the Nations Cup.
Speaking of French champion, he's through on goal there. Pele, I believe it was. Neymar drops the shoulder. This is Maestro now, trying to get something going from that corner. Unfortunately, runs straight into danger for him, and the possession will change hands again. This is going to be a really exciting last 30 minutes, and you've got to wonder as well, see what Coach Bass is thinking in the background for Yago. He's had a bit of a tough job this weekend. He's had to coach Joey, Yago, maybe bundle Julian in there as well. Perhaps it's a handful of players.
Do you not think it still looks strange without him sat behind Danny?
It is. It feels like Danny is just his main player.
Yeah.
You're wondering who we're talking about. Obviously, the coach that is sat behind Yago in that face cam helped Danny obviously get to an E-World Cup final. And to be honest, changed round his season when it comes to FIFA 18. I remember it perfectly. He came in, Next thing you know, Danny was in the Eredivisie, won the Eredivisie. On top of that, made an E-World Cup final and just changed himself as a player. And I'm sure we're working closely with him at the moment because obviously we've seen Danny's qualifications as of late.
I'm sure we'll see Ajax Danny throughout this season making events and yet again at the FIFA E-World Cup Grand Final, making it 4 years in a row if he does succeed.
Pause cued by Yago. Maybe he's got one more sub that he can make, and you spoke about that scream Firmino that you maybe could bring on if he does trust him, if not Mane, just for an injection of pace in the last 25 minutes.
He also did have a smattering of icons as well on the bench.
I'm sure they will probably take first priority.
Could be introduced, but after winning the first leg 2-0, now we're tied up at 2-2 with 2/3 of this game already completed.
Are we going to see a late goal? Or do we need 30 more minutes of extra time? Surely a goal for Yago! And that's exactly what we're going to get. To have the time just to stop on the ball with R9, to be so composed, and just to tap it into the back of the net with that right foot. 3-2 to the Argentine.
You saw how that chance actually sort of came about, really. He was keeping it down the left-hand side and just waiting for the movement inside the box to open up. As soon as R9 sort of peeled away from his man, instantly picked him out, read the pass inside his head, and fired it into his feet. Now you're seeing the defensive changes. Step out or attacking on pretty much all of his players. Cut passing lanes on his 2 CDMs as well. 3 depth for Yago.
And of course, we can't see the other side of that for Maestro, but as we can imagine, with what little time left, Richard, we're going to see attack from him.
And I'm looking, think about bringing Neymar off potentially. You've got Eusebio Pele.
It's good to see that he did bring on Vieira, though. He wants to reinforce
Defensive
that midfield,
change, yep, I like
get
it.
a bit more
Zidane
energy
off,
into the midfield
Vieira
as well,
on.
for a solid CDM as well. Not a player that, as you said, we're worrying about. Is he a CDM? Is he a box-to-box midfielder? What kind of role does he take in the team? On comes the out-and-out play you need. Patrick Vieira, can he see out this result for Yago? And that will be our final 8 concluded. Moving into our Championship Sunday here in Bucharest, stage 1 of the FUT Champions Cup. There you go, 20 minutes on the dot left. Not just a big win, Richard, a $4,000 win.
Yeah, huge prize money implications as well on this matchup.
Maestro trailing by a goal. 3-2 down. He was 2 goals down before. He knows mentally he's got the belief to bounce back. He's only 1 goal down. Is that chance now? There's Messi on the right foot. Some people don't trust it. Maestro does. And Maestro straight back in the game.
Straight to the counter as well. Straight from the kickoff, Maestro hitting back at Yago. Messi on that right foot. No danger for him. Just smashes it past the goalkeeper. And yet again, we are tied level with 15 minutes left to go. And another pause here for Maestro, I'm going to guess, because Yago doesn't look to be making any changes. We are getting straight back into the action here. You see the goal scorer Messi.
Goal for the visitors, number 18, Lionel Messi.
Well then, just like that, we said there could be a goal for him. He has delivered seconds after that pause. Is Yago. Got another answer for him. Very ambitious ball. There's the press, as you would expect, but then there's a player out of position.
Yeah, I don't see Cruyff getting away from Hullet.
Somehow he has. Accelerated fake shot around him. We're going straight back down the other end. This is going to be an end-to-end last 10 minutes. And for our final player to write his name into our first Championship Sunday of the year. At the moment, we all will be going into an extra 30 minutes of FIFA time.
Well, for Mbappe down this right-hand side here to potentially open up the gap. CR7, he's just managed to get past him, but Carlos Alberto, as we've seen so many times this weekend so far, be the last-ditch defender, the last-ditch tackle, the last hurrah for a defender.
On top of that as well, we've also seen Zambrota, not just defensively, but going forward on that left-hand side, happy to get involved in a number of attacks. 5 minutes left. We've seen a lot of last-minute drama here over the last day or so.
Fake shot just not really needed there from Maestro. Oh, that's a great interception from Zan. A fresh Zidane as well. Could he be the catalyst?
Spring in his step, hasn't he? On one side, you got Zidane being subbed off, and you got on the other side for Maestro, Zidane being subbed on. Fresh legs in midfield for him. We know Maestro can create a chance out of nothing. This is the chance for him. We didn't expect to have that time of Messi. Lovely Jacks. Turn back to goal. Oh no, the shot just isn't there.
So unlucky as well from Maestro, because the no-touch turn was magnificent with Messi and just couldn't get the finesse shot away. But is it Yago going to be driving a dagger into French hearts?
There's a fresh Zidane for you. Extra time, Richard Buckley. 30 more minutes of it needed to try and separate these two in our last quarter-final of the day. 3-3 the scoreline, and we're back to that management screen of changing things around. Are we going to see some more fresh legs for Yago?
We've only got one sub left. It is Eusebio coming on here on that left cam position. It looks like CR7, Eusebio, and Vieira, the three subs that he has brought on here, Yago. Still rolling in that 4-2-3-1, and Maestro happy to get the game back underway.
Well, 180 minutes can separate them. Hopefully 30 more can try and find our winner. Mbappe on. Imagine if Mbappe was to score against Maestro. One of his heroes in real life and in the game. Also, Yago will be thinking to himself, I was 2-0 up in this game at one point. Coming into the second leg, I did throw it away. Then went back in front for a second time. Maestro bounced back. Maestro yet to kind of lead in this matchup. He's always been chasing the game.
Looked a little bit short there, I tell you what.
Please stop playing around the back.
R9 sniffing a goal just as Maestro is. Look at Zidane, look how strong he is when he's fresh. He's bullying the middle of the pitch.
This is nice from Maestro. Zidane, as we said, introduced just before this extra time interval. Johan Cruyff, ball roll. Unfortunately, ball roll straight to Carlos Alberto. Just barged him off the ball. Going to find that through ball?
Is he?
I think he is. Carlos Alberto committed. Expect a ball roll. Expecting to run into the box, into R9. The shot came in. Van Dijk took all the sting out of it.
Yeah, just timed red there. That shot. I wasn't sure if maybe we were just going to shoot near post. When Eusebio got into that area, we've seen a few crazy near post shots just fly in.
Maestro's turn to try and break down Yago's defence once again. R9, there's that heel to heel, there's that finesse. And more importantly, Yashin with a huge save once again. Keeping the Argentine in this game, adding time of 2 minutes in this first half of extra time. And that touch will actually land to Eusebio. He's just toying with both players out on that right-hand side. Huge through ball. Is it slightly too adventurous? No, it's not, apparently. Van Dijk read that one, though. And we are going into half-time.
Are we going to see a penalty shootout to end day 2 here in Bucharest? Potentially. Because we've got 15 minutes left to separate these two. Yago's been going forward. Maestro with some great defending. Great blocks on the line. And then Yashin being the difference between Maestro and the semi-final to set up with Lucas Rep.
Let's not forget as well that these two did already play each other in the Swiss rounds yesterday. It was round 4 in which Maestro did actually win that matchup. clearly, I think it's worked in Yago's favour as well, because we've had a lot of time to prep for this game. And I know Coach Bass, I know he would have been looking at that game, and he would be looking at small characteristics that he could have taken from it. Whether it's a formation, whether it's a certain area on the field where he likes to try and enjoy. Using certain players, an iron on the edge of the box.
Not only that as well, but Bass was talking to Danny throughout the entirety of the game between Danny and Maestro at the Draft Story Cup as well. So he's had quite a bit of footage to watch of Maestro and try and find the best possible way to beat Maestro, who seems to be a thorn in Bass's side.
Also on the other side of that, obviously Maestro, I believe he's picked up a coach, goes by the name of Mookie, I believe. He played in the, well, he didn't play, sorry, he coached him in the FIFA E World Cup Grand Finals, Draft Story Cup, he was there as well.
One of his good friends as well. I know they're very close off the pitch as well.
Which I think is an important thing for him, because Maestro, he went through a phase of thinking, do I need a coach? Do I not need a coach? When he was at Los Galil, had a period of time there. Last chance to snatch a goal. Please, not another penalty shootout. I don't think I can take one. Maybe one more chance, maybe two. Depends who that chance does fall to. It looks like it's going to be Maestro who's going to get it. There's that fake shot of R9. He wanted to try and bring Eusebio into it, but it's too heavy.
Yeah, not sure Eusebio was the pass. Zambrotta.
There's one possession back though, Richard.
He's so strong.
Cruyff, again, forced it. And if Yago can go straight down the other end, probably going to hit one of the loudest roars we've heard today. We know he's passionate. We know he's been in front on 2 occasions in this game.
So penalties.
And oh God, Richard, we're into another penalty shootout. A $4,000 penalty shootout, to be precise. Yago up first, Ronaldo goes down the middle, and Ronaldo will get this penalty shootout underway.
Strong start from Yago. Messi steps up to the spot for Maestro, and he saves it. Guesses the right way.
Yago again. Eusebio down the middle, makes it look easy.
He's gone down the middle twice. This is pretty much a must-score penalty right now for Maestro.
No.
He's blazed it wide.
Penalties, I don't think are his thing. And this is where you kind of lose your head as a pro. You've missed 2 penalties. Up steps Yago, 3 out of 3. It will be 3 out of 3. Has to score this penalty for Maestro. Zidane, the French hero, off the bar. And unfortunately, he will be out of the competition. Penalties look like they're not Maestro's thing right now. And Yago maybe enjoying that one a little bit too much there. I don't think Maestro was a fan of that one at all. We pulled out the Mbappe once, twice, 3 times in a penalty shootout win. We've seen that twice today though, Richard. Enrajek against Dolomite did not score a penalty. Maestro did not score a penalty. These guys might be fantastic players, but when it comes to the penalty department, I don't know what we've just seen there from Maestro. And that celebration as well, he did not like that one at all.
I mean, Yago. The minerals on Yago. You sat about this far away.
He's just brought out one of these. 1, 2, 3.
He's just arguably mocked the entirety of his FIFA 19 season in that one celebration. And you can see that
You saw a hand go out.
He went to shake his hand. Not having any of it was Maestro. But with all that aside, Maestro missed all 3 penalties. Yago scored all 3. He went down the middle for pretty much all 3. And on the PlayStation 4, across this entire event, South America have dominated the scene.
They really have. They've put themselves
3 of the 4 players
back on the map
are South American. Lucas Rett, Fafilza, and Yago are all South American. They're all in the semi-finals. They're all in Championship Sunday. On the Xbox, I'll just have a quick look at it. You got Tex from Britain, Lyrics from Great Britain, Spider-Kong Brazilians. That's 4 out of the 8 players in Championship Sunday are from South America, and then Dolomite, the lone German, left.
Wow,
Whew.
what a day of action. We've got ourselves down to our final 4 in each console now. Every player that is in the tournament still now has 800 Global Series points, $7,500 in their back pocket as well. And guess what? They'll be coming back tomorrow for more competitive FIFA and a chance to obviously win some more prizes. I just can't believe what Yago's just done.
It's not like...
I think the reason he didn't shake his hand, obviously, 1, the celebration wasn't that nice, but he's just missed 3 penalties. And Maestro, he prides himself on being a great FIFA player, But it's a bit embarrassing when you miss 3 penalties as well for him. He knows he's better than that.
The thing is, Maestro's won penalty shootouts in the past. I remember specifically FUT Champions Cup 6 against Shells. He won the penalty shootout to win the PlayStation 4 side of the bracket. He did the Mbappe celebration after it. He then went up, shook his hand with Shells. I think that's a little bit of a sore loser in Maestro because you've lost the penalty shootout, but also the celebration from Yago. It wasn't like you were doing it like Mo Alba did it, where it was jokey. I don't know if you remember at the grand final when he beat him and he did the celebration, it was sort of like a jokey, but it was almost like a sarcastic. Oh, I'll tell you, I love it. I love it.
So we just keep stirring the pot?
I love it.
Well, there you go. There we go. That is all the quarterfinals concluded. We have our final 8, of course, for our championship Sunday tomorrow. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating on all the action. I'm going to throw it back over to the couch with Spencer and the guys.
Thank you, chaps. What a way to finish day 2. All the way to penalties. I was a little bit torn in that game, I'm not going to lie, because I know Maestro quite well. I'm a fan of his kind of flamboyancy, but I'm also a West Ham fan. And I have to say, we've done it. Yago's got us through. West Ham also lost today. I don't know if you knew that, Yago. He's joined us here. I'm not sure if you're aware that your parent team, West Ham, actually lost in traditional football today, 3-0 to Burnley. So that's given them a little bit of hope. Us West Ham fans are very happy with that.
Yeah,
Well
I know.
How does it feel?
I feel amazing. I never think this. The last season when I qualified for my first event, I have the same position, semi-finals, and it's amazing.
A little bit of a rework on the celebration, I think. Rather than go like this, when you come out of it, exit into the irons.
It's better.
Yeah.
Can I just pick up what's on the floor here, which is, of course, the Masters Trophy. That does mean we'll see you in 2 weeks' time as well. What does that mean to qualify, to come back here in Bucharest again, when you've already done so well this tournament as it is?
It's incredible. It's amazing. I don't have words for this.
Where's this going to live at home? Where are you going to keep it?
I don't know. Maybe behind the bed or on the right. I know.
Behind the bed, next to the bed, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what does it mean to be representing West Ham at a tournament like this?
It's amazing represent this club. It's one of the best things to happen in my life, maybe, and it's amazing.
We're going to look at the highlights now before you jump in, Mike. We're going to see the highlights from the 2 games that Yago's played there.